Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host Saeed. We do want to thank you for joining us tonight, Friday the 31st of March 2023. Another month in the year of 2023 has passed by. So viewers, remember those of you who are looking for a higher return on your hard-earned cash, contact Real Talk viewers. Remember we have 4% on your fixed deposit. If you have $100,000 and you're looking for a higher return, the only place you can contact to get 4% per year, it's Real Talk. Pop the numbers. So viewers, we are the only financial institution in Trinidad and Tobago. Remember, we have our credit union also. We are the only financial institution in Trinidad and Tobago that is offering you 4% on a fixed deposit. If you want to contact our office, our numbers are on screen, viewers, from 8:30 to 4:30, 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday to Friday, Saturdays from 8:30 a.m. to 12 noon. Viewers, we have the highest interest rate on fixed deposit in the land of Trinidad and Tobago, and I can guarantee you that there is no other place in Trinidad and Tobago that is giving you that 4%. Mark my word and hold me to it. So our numbers are on screen, viewers. Feel free to contact our office from Monday to Friday, Saturdays from 8:30 to 12 noon, and we will give you all the information you need. And you want to know if your money is secure? Yes, it is secure. It is secure, yes. Remember, everybody knows how it is a licensed money lender in Trinidad and Tobago. We do everything above board. There is nothing, nobody can come and play. They want to say that Saeed doing this and Saeed doing that. No, I will light you up on TV for just saying that. I will take a picture of you and I will put you on TV just for spreading my name bad. And at the end of it, you'll be facing a lawyer for defamation. You will. That is one thing I could guarantee you. I am one man in Trinidad and Tobago that does everything above board. You know why I just be like this? To begin with, as a Muslim, they would look for something to target me because of the fact that as a Muslim. But let me just put religion aside for now. Because of the fact that I was gifted to do spiritual work, hence the reason why I don't need to do nothing under the table. to make money. And I just put this out in the public domain ever so often so people would understand. You see, that man on TV, that man they call Saieed, don't come around that man with no nonsense. Don't tell me about illegal gun. Don't tell me about prostitution. Don't tell me about drugs and all these kind of things. Don't come around me with that at all. I will find you. I will take a picture with you and I will put you on TV. And let the people know that John Doe with picture being aired on television said so and so about me. You see, I will tell you something. If I was on television doing some sort of racket something, the amount of people would have called in, the amount of police, my show maybe would have been done shut down already. But I always say, thank God that I gifted to do spiritual. God is make sure I have money. He just make sure. That's why it's be like that on TV, you know. Because I know I'm damn clean. You can't come wrong with no nonsense. At all. So remember, viewers, if you're looking for your 4% on your hard-earned cash, the only place you could get that is at Real Talk Credit Union. Nowhere else in Trinidad and Tobago. And I could stress about that, I could boast about that. But boasting is not my thing. But I could stress on it. Nowhere in Trinidad and Tobago you gain 4%. Nowhere on a fixed deposit. Only at Real Talk. Remember, you want to be a member for a credit union is not a problem. It's not a problem. Contact the office. There is a requirement form which we follow all the guidelines under the Credit Union Society in Trinidad and Tobago, the Cooperative Society. We follow all our guidelines. Everything is legit, viewers. Remember, be a member and start saving for your kid. Come upon an account for your kid. Be a member. So, congratulations to all the kids. I can't say teenagers, I had to say kids that wrote SEA today. So we wish you all the best. Tonight is Friday night. Wednesday. That's Wednesday coming. Wednesday gone. Oh, you see how I just forget sometimes? So congratulations to all the kids that wrote SEA on Wednesday this week that went. That was the day before the holiday, the Shorter Baptist holiday. Congratulations to them. Tonight, if you want to call in and wish whether it's your son or your grandson or your nephew or your niece, you know, you want to call them, you want to mention their name, you want to tell them you wish them all the best in their SEA which they wrote on Wednesday gone, feel free to do so. We're giving you the opportunity tonight. We're giving you that opportunity tonight, so feel free to do so. Now, while we are congratulating those that wrote the SEA, the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service Cybercrime and Social Media Unit is investigating a proposed leak of the Secondary Entrance Assessment Exam, that is the SEA, on social media. Minister of Education Dr. Nyan Gasby-Dolly says the integrity of the exam has not been compromised. The leak appeared on social media, but Gasby-Dolly said it happened while a pupil was sitting the exam and therefore they would not have been able to benefit from it. The minister stated that given the chain of custody for the exam paper, it narrows down where the leak came from. Now, she said, a report review of the SEA examination is before the cabinet. The committee mandate is to review and recommend changes to the conduct of the SEA and transition to secondary school as well as the concord that. After review of the relevant consultation report generated by the Minister of Education and further consultation which the committee may deem necessary, Gasby-Dolly added that discussions are ongoing. Meanwhile, the Unified Teachers Association tutor President Martin Lumpkin says the leak is not very concerning. Lumpkin said that the leak could not help the students already in the examination room with no prior access to papers. So viewers, we want to wish them all the best, but we have to wait and see what will take place or the reports that will be coming out of the cabinet. Caller, good night.
Yeah, good night, Saeed.
Go right ahead, you're live on Real Talk.
Yeah, Saeed, in Barakpur, you know the Barakpur post office, right?
The Barakpur post office?
Post office.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they shut down that post office, boy. And we are getting no mails and things. They have it running all day, Princess Tongue, Penal, Maruga, all about for mails. You can't get a light bill, you can't get water rate, all that kind of thing.
So Barakpur have no post office?
No, they have none. They shut down that. That shut down 2 weeks now.
So what is it, the councillor or the minister who representing the area, what are they doing about that?
They know nothing about that. Yeah.
Wait.
When you get a water rate for your liability, you have to run. You have to hire a car to go Penal, Davie, Princess Tom, Maruga, look for your meals.
So if you get a light bill or water, you have to run around in different districts to find out if your mail is there?
Exactly.
What did the MP or the councillor say? They don't know about it?
Yes.
My friend, thank you so much for highlighting it. So the councillor or the MP that is in charge for Barakpur and surrounding areas, a caller just called in and said there is no post office there. So with somebody from the postal service, some seniors, can you all make some sort of arrangement so the residents of Barakpur could get their meals? I mean, we have MPs and councillors in communities. You see, this is the same thing. This is why it's like to hit them and hit them hard, you know. You're an MP, you're a councillor, and you got to tell me 2 weeks now and the MP and the councillor don't know about this? High-class slackness. Slackness to the highest degree. That is your community. That is the area you are elected to represent. How the hell you ain't know something like this? But till the time God is fund, man, do have to depend for people to fund this program, you know. So somebody representing the postal service or TT Post, could you all get in touch with villagers in the Barakpur area or a senior in Barakpur and work out some sort of something? Please, man. 1.4 million people in a 2x2 country, and that's the kind of service we getting? It sucks. It stinks. And we talking about going into the 21st century? How are we going into the 21st century with a crutch or a bull cat? Which one? Which one? That's why I just come here like to stink up people in authority, but because you're not doing what you're supposed to do. I don't give a crap about who you are, you know. I don't care if you're an Indian, if you're an African, if you're a Chinese, if you're a Douglas, if you're red, you're black, you're green. I don't care who you are. You're representing a community. Get your act together and get it done. Hopefully by Monday we'll find out who's the councillor or the MP for Barakpur area. So, moving along. Members of the public can once again receive Certificate of Character, COC, from the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service. On March 16, Deputy Commissioner of Police, DCP, Kurt Simon, stated that the technical matter which had led to the breakdown of the Automated Fingerprint Identification System, AFIS, would have been rectified by March 22nd to bring about some temporary relief. TTPS Public Information Officer Inspector Michelle Lewis stated that AFIS, that is the Automatic Fingerprint Identification System, AFIS, was fully functional once again, and COCs can be generated now. So Trinidad and Tobago, you all could go ahead and take your fingerprint. Now keep this in mind, the Certificate of Character processing fee is $50, which is to be paid at the police station on the day of the appointment. Remember that there's a $50 fee, viewers. So remember, we are offering you 4% on fixed deposit, viewers, at Real Talk. Times are getting hard. And I'm going to tell you something. Everybody is looking for more income at the end of the week, the fortnight, the month, or the year. If you have $1,000 at the end of the year, it's $1,000 more. That's $1,000 you didn't have. You have $100,000 on a fixed deposit at $4,000 per year. That's $20,000 at the end of 5 years. That is $20,000 you did not have. Think about it. That is money that you set aside on a savings. You're not touching. And at the end of 5 years, you're getting an extra $20,000. You can put aside that for schooling. You can put that for university. You can put that for house repairs. You can even make a down payment on a car at the end of 5 years. So imagine that. And you're only getting it at Real Talk. Only at Real Talk. So we are going for a short commercial break, viewers. And when we come back from this break, we're going to talk about the government wins a US $100 million suit after this.
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Real Talk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Real Talk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Real Talk Credit Union information stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Real Talk Group of Companies building at number 14 Carney Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also stay connected with us via Facebook.
Welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. The government has been successful in its multi-million-dollar civil asset forfeiture claims in Miami, linked to the construction of the Piaco Airport Terminal building 22 years ago. A Miami jury found businessman Steve Ferguson liable for multiple claims arising from the fraud perpetrated in connection with the redevelopment of the Piaco International Airport in the late 1990s and early 2000s. According to former Attorney General Faris Al-Rawi, Al-Rawi was cooperative representative of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago in the government civil lawsuit. Wednesday's verdict means TNT will get triple the damage it sought automatically under the U.S. racketeering and influence and corruption organization law. TNT will also get prejudgment interest of at least $25 million, with final judgment expected to be in excess of $100 million. This is the only trial of corruption and bribery charges arising out of the airport project, as none of other matters in the local courts have yet moved to trial stage. I wonder what they're going to do with the 100 million and the 25 million. Is it going to go back to the states? We'll just have to wait and see. We will just have to wait and see. And according to Rowley, this is the only case, the Miami case, that went to trial and successfully won. In Trinidad here, according to him, the cases have not even reached the trial state. Hey, let me tell you something. The judiciary system in Trinidad and Tobago, I believe, needs a complete revamp. Murder trial, gun charges, these things take too long to happen in our country. Too long. It's sad, you know, it's really sad. Moving along. Government should postpone impending utility rate hike until citizens' the economy plight is addressing, according to UNC MP Vandana Mohit, who slammed the government for implementing rate hike and property tax all at once. Caller, good night.
Hello.
Go right ahead, you're live on Real Talk.
Hi, Saeed, good night.
Good night.
Yeah. Concerning this matter where the government win this case, I would like us to find out how much money did the government spend
Exactly.
from 2004 to now to win this case. And we must find out if the taxpayer really win or the taxpayer really lost. And secondly, I would like if one of the lawyers could tell us if a judgment given in the United States is enforceable in Trinidad. Okay?
I understand. Thank you, my friend. Now, Mohit spoke while piloting a motion urging the government to outline strategies to reduce the escalated increase in the price of essential goods and service, and called on the government to remedy and the negative effects on those living below the poverty line. Mohit said the public was calling for government to reverse the fuel hike to pre-budget figure or postponing the impending utility rate increase until citizens and the economy is addressed, or removing VAT on all food items. She stated that the decision to file this motion was driven by extreme suffering, and added that most children are attending school without proper nutrition. Support families, and there are families who are unable to meet rent payment and many other issues. Listen to this.
The decision to file this motion was driven by extreme suffering, frustration, and hopelessness. Madam Speaker, some people seated on the opposing benches. Madam Speaker, at this given moment, can any of us in this chamber honestly believe we are happy in this country? Can we honestly believe that we are happy in this country when single mothers cannot purchase baby formula because of skyrocketing prices? Madam Speaker, can we honestly believe that we are happy in this country when most children are attending school without proper nutritional support or school supplies? Madam Speaker, can we honestly believe we are happy in this country when pensioners cannot partake of a nutritionally sound meal? Madam Speaker, can we believe we are happy when families are constantly facing threats of eviction due to their inability to meet rental payments? Madam Speaker, Can we believe we are happy in this country when the old and infirmed cannot purchase much needed medical supplies nor consume dietary requisite meals as dictated by their health providers?
So Trinidad and Tobago. Speaking on property tax, Mohit said government measures had left many citizens in a bid or bind, but was still seeking to implement property tax from those who had worked hard to build their homes. She stated that property tax would only serve to further destabilize the economy and place additional increase in the cost of living on already depressed circumstances. Listen to this.
Madam Speaker, the government, which did not help at all, is now demanding your property tax. Madam Speaker, we on this side ask, where is the fairness? Where is the equity? Where is the justification for this heartless imposition of this property tax? Property tax would only serve to further destabilize the economy at this time and also place additional increases in the cost of living in already depressed circumstances. Madam Speaker, all in all, the government wants you to be exposed to elements. Rain must wet you and sun must burn you. Then they will sit back and advise you to ride a bicycle, use a coal pot, and eat macaroni pie less often, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, Madam Speaker, imagine that. This regime even attacks what is considered a staple in our Sunday lunch. Even our food culture is under threat, not just our standard of living.
What a speech. Call a good night. We do apologize for that, but make sure your background is quiet. Your television is mute when calling in. So viewers, we are going for a short commercial break, but when we come back to Gonzales, why does the UNC hate Trinidad and Tobago? We're going to deal with that after this.
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan? Only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtor Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtor Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716, 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Realtor Credit Union information stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Realtor Group of Companies building at number 14 Crony Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also stay connected with us via Facebook.
Real Talk viewers. Public Utility Minister Marvin Gonzalez have asked, why does the UNC hate the country and its people? He asked this during his contribution to debate on a private motion filed by Shogunas East MP Vandana Mohit, who accused the PNM of inflicting suffering on many people. Gonzalez stated that nothing Mohit said could be supported by facts and figures, and that her speech was written by someone filled with hate and who is not a T&T patriot. He said T&T, like any other country, is faced with many challenges, many beyond us, following the pandemic entry and Ukraine-Russia war. Listen to Marvin, my fellow brethren.
And listening to the words of that motion as read out slavishly by the member for Shogunas East, I am of the view, Madam Speaker, that the author of that presentation
Madam
is
Speaker,
a
I
person...
rise on Standing Order 48-6 because my colleague took ownership of her speech.
Please continue. Please continue.
That the author of that presentation, Madam Speaker, is full of hate and is full of bitterness, and it is not a patriot of the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. Because listening to that presentation of Madam Speaker,
Madam Speaker, 48-4, he's using extremely offensive and insulting language.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. Because in listening to that presentation, that is not the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago that we know. This is not the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago that we know, Madam Speaker. The honorable member for Shogunas, he stood there as a member of Parliament of this House, speaking about the rising cost of living and the issues affecting the people of Trinidad and Tobago, and not at one point speak and made reference to the global context of the challenges that we face as a people in this country. As we put on our television, Madam Speaker, we listen to our radios and we read the newspapers. Trinidad and Tobago, like every other country in this world, is faced with many challenges, many of which are beyond us, Madam Speaker. Many of which are beyond us.
You see, I will tell you something, Trinidad and Tobago citizens and viewers of Real Talk with Saieed Ali, local, regional, and international. In Parliament, we have too much bickering. What we need in Parliament is individuals to hold individuals accountable for action. Not just go into the Parliament and throw words back and forth. We need a productive Trinidad and Tobago. We need to see growth in Trinidad and Tobago. We need to see people in power and people in authority actually doing something for the citizens that vote them into power. That is what we need to see. And until we do not see that, we would not be a brighter or better T&T. Call a good night.
Yes, I'm sorry. I want to find out about the Zindrak woman case. You mean to say that each of us going to kill a woman and they're going to give him $20 million? What about if I kill a woman, I'm going to give her $20 million too? That's what the people in college practice by? Eh? Why you do something about that?
You know, I've been saying time and time again. Yes, I do spiritual work. I want you to understand that. But it is the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago that needs to vote. And it's the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago that places the PNM into power. Not the spiritual gift that God gave me. No. That didn't put them into power. So for the illiterate people, sad to say, who wants to call in and bash Saieed because Saieed is doing spiritual work, really? And every Sunday you're going to church, you're going to temple, or Friday you're going to mass? You know, nobody will call and say nothing again. So I'll say this again. God gave me a spiritual gift for a reason and a purpose. When a party is governing Trinidad and Tobago or they wins election, it is because of the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago that put them in power, not side and side gift that he get from God. English seems to be very, very hard for some English-speaking citizen in our country to understand. When you're going on the road and they got a flat tire, who you blaming? Side because you have a spiritual gift? You go blame me? When your tire get punctured, you blaming me? When you go down in a hole and you bust your tire, you shock and you bend your rim, you go blame side because you have a spiritual gift? You go blame me for that? When you go in the grocery and a pan of clip move from $10 to $40, you're blaming side for that because side have a spiritual gift? I'm going to tell you something. I know how to pull in other place, you know. If you tell yourself, I don't know how to do that, I damn well know how to put you in your place. When your house have an argument and your wife walk out and go by the neighbor to spend the night, you go blame Saeed for that? Oh, Saeed! Don't be illiterate. When you call in the program, make sense of the opportunity you get. Call her good night.
Good night, Saeed. You know, I'm having serious issues. When our Prime Minister come on air and is hosting press conference and blaming UNC this and blaming Kamala this and all these sedatives. You know, when I was driving on the highway, sir, and if you see the conditions, remember this was under UNC government that we had this cable barriers. Everything has been dismantled. All the progress we made on the Kamala Prasad business, the partnership, everything. Why isn't that the press and the media, when this man is talking a set of rubbish, why can't they ask him, but you're blaming Kamala, but when Kamala was there for 6 years or how long, there was not 1% increase in tax. There was no new taxes. Everything was down. Everyone was living comfortable. We had cable barriers, you know, all the roads, all the infrastructure. We had water. And one of the things, sir, I would like, you know, to these PNM supporters, when you are supporting this PNM government and your children and your family is being killed, it is you yourself are being blamed to blame. Why are you supporting a government based on race? When your family are being slaughtered, when you, being a PNM supporter, does not bar you from the high prices, you know, does not bar you from the crime, you know. When this man is bringing this racist motive, and look how ridiculous it is. You are blaming religious leader to bring up children. It is you that the children is seeing and practicing bullying from. It is his behavior when he is calling people lice-head and all this kind of rubbish. It is he, if you notice that for the last 7 years, this country has deteriorated to a level. You know, it is shameless. It is time that all the PNM supporters look back at it. Were you better off on the Kamala Prasad business? And he's only blaming when he's talking about recovering money, sir. Look at him back. Benchwala Ramaran won that case. He said this is the first instance. What about the first instance? Now when you talk about PIACO inquiry and this, isn't that the first instance to us? Well, you know, these people, I don't know, sir. It would take a new regime to come into power to unearth all the evil and the corrupt what is going on in this government. Thanks a lot, sir.
Thank you, my friend. Back to Gonzales. Speaker Bridget Anderson George overruled many complaints from opposition MPs that Gonzales had breached House standing order by making his observation. He said, the government protecting citizens in the most difficult circumstances when other regional countries couldn't do this. You see, this is the thing I don't understand. This is the thing I don't understand with MPs and members of parliament. We are not in other countries. In other countries, the road condition is better than ours. In other countries, their health system are better than ours. In other countries, their cost of living is lower than ours. Service is better than ours. You don't hear these talks from MPs. You don't. Gonzalez stated that while TNT has its challenges, like many other countries, which is true, the government has been able to provide help for its most vulnerable during challenging times. So Gonzalez, here what I want you to do. You, Mr. Marvin Gonzalez, together with the Minister of Social Development, I want you all to go through a list. You see all the disability people in Trinidad and Tobago, Mr. Gonzalez? You should tell the minister in the Ministry of Social Development to go through a list and check all the disabled persons in Trinidad and Tobago and see how many of them had their disability grant cut. Because I get numerous complaints from disability people that their grants have been cut, and a 1-foot man in a wheelchair, his foot ain't grow back. The man who have one hand, his hand ain't grow back. People who have disability in their body, it didn't heal. So that is what I want you to do, Marvin. You want to talk, you want to say the government protecting citizens, my friend, look into that and make yourself somebody. You want power and fame? Look into that and then talk about it. Because you, managing WASA, well, you're the Minister of Public Utilities, and in some places in Trinidad, no water. No water, and you cannot do anything about it, but you are a minister collecting perks and packages, and you still can't do anything about it. So what the hell are you doing there? You don't have one minister said, over there? What you doing there? So viewers, we are going for a short, but hold on. The MP said, the minister said, MPs know of the pain and suffering of their constituencies, but the government has a record of protecting persons and has a $5 billion social safety net. We protect our citizens in the most vulnerable communities. And you start bad from the time you say that. This is what he said. Listen to him.
Yes, we have our challenges, like any other country, but we have a record that we protected our citizens in the most difficult circumstances, in areas where no other country in the Caribbean can boast of having the resources to protect their citizens, as we did in Trinidad and Tobago. We are very proud of our record, Madam Speaker. We run a social safety net of $5 billion to protect our citizens in this country.
So viewers, $5 billion social safety net. But TTPS has to rent a building for a police station. We'll be right back after this break.
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday.
Tired of wasting precious time at the bank applying for a loan, only to be denied? We understand your frustration. Here at Realtalk Group of Companies, we take a different approach. Contact Saieed, Managing Director of Realtalk Group of Companies and licensed moneylender at 238-6716 242-7690 or 339-1670. Feel free to visit our office at number 14 Carney Savannah Road, Chaguanas, or number 132 Superior Road, Victoria Village, San Fernando.
Real Talk Credit Union information stores are now open to members of the public. We are located at the Real Talk Group of Companies building at number 14 Crony Savannah Main Road. Opening hours are from 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us via telephone at 238-6716 or 231-6219 to book your appointment. You can also stay connected with us via Facebook.
Now viewers, Gonzal also identified relief grants, rebates on water and electricity bill for most vulnerable, the school feeding program and the food box program as examples of government love for person. The minister also reiterated his view that UNC members were guilty of disrupting and hijacking Regulated Industry Commission, RIC, the public consultation on a proposed electricity rate increase. So, Gonzales, you have the rebate for electricity. No problem, you have the rebate for electricity. But what about when other commodities go up in Trinidad and Tobago? Are we being rebated? You will give our family a rebate of $75. Let's say $100 on an electricity bill. All well and good. Listen this. You have a rebate on a 2 months bill. Let's say you pay $200. The government rebate you back $100. That's on a bill for 60 days. But when you go to the grocery, your price went up by $500. When you're traveling, you're increasing in fare. When you go by the doctor, his bill went up. When you go to buy medication, their bills went up. When you go to the gas station, that gas bill went up. So talk, Marvin. I want to hear what you have to say. I want to hear what you have to say. You rebate 100 from 200, but your food bill went up every 14 days by 500. Make sense, Marvin? You tell me. You're a minister and as an accountant. So you tell me. I can't be a minister because I don't want that position. If I wanted that, I would have went up for a position. But I don't. You as a minister, you have a title as an MP. I only have a title as a businessman and a voodoo man. That's my title. But I so stupid now after learning to be an accountant and a businessman and speaking 6 languages, I foolish now, boy. You know, my electricity bill will come $200 every 60 days, and then when I go in the grocery, I used to spend $1,000. But when current went up, my bill went up by $500, so I paid $1,500 now every 14 days in grocery. You know, Marvin, I real chop it, you know. I chop it like that. When I go by the doctor now, his bill gone up from $300 to $400 because electricity raised. And when I go to put gas in my car now, my gas bill used to be $2.50, now I'm paying $3.25. You understand what I'm saying, Marvin? Saieed chop it now, boy. Saieed dotish now. Saieed don't know about maths and thing. You understand? Because you're a minister, you know about maths, you know about English. But I chop it now, he's not a minister. I'm not a minister. So talk about that, Marvin. You talk about relief grant. What sort of relief grant? A disability man get his foot cut off? Said, you know, disability, when I call them, they cut my grant. But Said, my foot ain't grow back. And you know what I told them? He don't deserve it. So you gonna tell me a man in a wheelchair who award for don't deserve a disability grant? Marvin, do you deserve it? I don't know, you get all kind of perks. So you see when all come on a platform and all of us want to talk all a cock and bull story, and all of us want to feed the citizens, the illiterate citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, you just want to shove our boulders down their throat and just tell them it's hypolori, but you just fry hard. I just start to laugh. And you know why I start to do, Marvin? Me and my friend Marvin, we just going to the prayer room now, boy. And we just start to say, Lord, I lighten this life for success because I find the boulders too hard now. You know, they're telling me it's pylori we eating. But thanks for the little common sense that you give me, I realize it's not pylori now. And I realize it's a boulders they're trying to shove down my throat. Call her good night.
Hello, good night. Good night, Mr. Saeed.
You're live. Go right ahead. Short and sweet.
Okay. I just have two things to say. Mr. Gonzalez talking about water and whatnot, and the other day I hear him say all the leaks that they had, they fixed it, so nobody will have problems. So water, right? Now where I live, I'm a senior citizen. Where I live, there's two reservoirs. One, there's a pipe that comes out from the reservoir. I don't know if it's going into the pump house or whatever it is. And that has been leaking for a whole month and more, right? We get water for 3 hours. Water comes at 5 o'clock in the morning and it goes at 9 o'clock, right? I'm a senior citizen and I have to pay a water rate when the 3 months up.
Yes.
Which I find is so unfair to us. You know? So when he's talking all this stuff, garbage about water and fix all the leaks.
Thank you for your comments, my friend. So viewers, I want you all to listen to this. This is from Real Talk Studios to the Muslim community of Trinidad and Tobago and beyond. So rock back and take a listen.
You lift me up high, you spread my wings and fly me to the sky. I feel so alive, it's like my soul thrives in your light. But how I wish you'd be here with me all year around. Ramadan, ليتك دوما قريب. Love is everywhere, so much peace fills up the air. Ramadan, month of the Quran, I feel it inside me, strengthening my iman. But how I wish you'd be here with me all year around. Ramadan, 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 ya رمضان 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 يا حبيب رمضان رمضان ليتك دوما قريب رمضان 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 يا حبيب رمضان رمضان ليتك دوما قريب ليتك دوما قريب
Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday. Do you have a public concern you would like to highlight? You can email your pictures and videos to realpublicconcerns@gmail.com, and we will highlight your concerns on our show for Public Concerns Wednesday.
So welcome back to Real Talk, viewers. That is from Saieed Ali, the Real Talk group, my workers, to the Muslim community of Trinidad and Tobago. That was for you. You know, there are times that we have to give God thanks, whether it's good or bad, whether we are right or wrong. We acknowledge that there's a God, there's a creator. It is that time where each religion in Trinidad and Tobago are presently holding fast, and it's the first time I believe that have ever happened in our country where three major religions is having fast together. That is something great. That is something great. So viewers, remember 4% on fixed deposit at Real Talk. We have our credit union. You could be a member of the credit union, and for those of you who don't know, I'm a licensed money lender, so we could do business. Viewers, until we meet Monday, we do want you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, to have a safe and wonderful weekend, and we'll see you right back here on Monday from 7 to 8 p.m. for another live broadcasting of Real Talk with Saieed Ali. Good night.
فجرا جئت بعد العسر يسرا ربنا أعلاك قدرا